This is not about creating filmmakers.
Tell you what, can you cable wrangle? Which means make sure that the cable,
Make sure
I'm going to hold the monitor.
Nor is it about creating actors.
The act in this movie with speaking lines.
This is about how important and powerful art can be when we give kids the opportunities to express themselves creatively. It will stay with them along the many roads they choose to take in life. We meet these kids for the first time on the first day of this 15-day project. In the beginning, creation can look impossible, but with mentors we guide them through the process. 8 days to write the story, 4 days of pre-production, and 2 days of shooting the film. It's about learning to work creatively as a team. It's about respecting each other. It's about starting something and finishing it, though the process is hard work.
We set?
It's about these teens having something to say, and what they say is important. This is our journey.
One of the changes that we did this year was that we did sort of a best of, sort of a recap. We're going back through the years and trying to find as many people as we can that have been involved in this project, find out what it meant to them, and find out what it meant to the students and where they are now.
I think it was important because the children need to be exposed to things that they hadn't been exposed to before. We have a lot of children coming out of the housing projects, and we have kids coming from single-parent households and two-parent households, and they needed to be exposed to a few things that they had never seen before. A lot of the kids have ambitions, and they think that you have to make it all the way to New York or Hollywood to be able to do it, and had no clue that you could do it right here in Nashville.
I think a lot of people think that they can't make a movie because you got to have a lot of money or you got to learn a lot. But really, everything I learned from magazines and picking up that camera and going, what can we do today? So we're going to be making a short today. Okay, we're going to be making something that's you know, exciting, but we got to. It's not that hard. We've got one microphone and we got one camera, and these are tools that you all could get. So if filmmaking is something you want to do, or if acting in a movie is something you want to do, really be listening today. It's an opportunity because not many people get to see how movies are put together.
No, I mean it was a really good experience for me because you know, the kids were very anxious and they wanted to learn as much as they could about my process. It was very interesting because I would bring about certain terminologies because some of the kids were my crew and some of the kids were the actors, and so learning about certain film techniques like crossing the line in terms of line of sight and continuity and you know, the best way to film a scene and how to rehearse for the scene and everything. So it was educational, and I always learn from teaching as well.
Here's an opportunity that you can write something that's 10 minutes long, and you can make changes either in your life or your neighborhood or your school or the world. I mean, you can make a statement that you want to make, and that you have an opportunity to show the people, the audience.
When you're at this age, you have a lot to say. We're really interested in hearing that. We also want to hear everybody's idea, like Mike said before. Use this experience as kind of like a jump-off point for something else that you might want to be later on in life. Because I tell you, this storytelling process, acting and making art, is very, very infectious. And what that means is it sticks with you. And when it starts to stick with you, you start to grow older and you say, I wish I could express myself like this all the time. And it really, really can change your life in a way that can be really, really beautiful.
You write about what teens go through. But like, people can see what teens go through, like adults can see what teens go through, but they don't really know exactly what they go through.
One day he was just like, hey, so I said, hey. So then he was like, you know, like, why are you talking? He didn't know why I was talking to him. So then he started talking to me, and he was like, I want to kill myself because they doing this and that. So then I just kept talking to him. But then I left the school, and it was like, a month later, I seen him on the news. He had hung himself.
So I was thinking, like, a lot of girls try to show a lot of men their love by having sex, thinking you're gonna give them your all once they're gonna end up leaving you for something else, like money or, you know, anything like that. And like I was thinking, like, a lot of people like their parents may be on drugs and they put drugs before their kids, and that's a love for something. They giving up their child for something that they love.
I mean, is there a lot of teenage pregnancy that you know of?
Yes. It's very a lot.
How many girls have you known that have been pregnant under 18?
Too many.
You for real?
Yeah, what would you do?
It wouldn't be easy. Whew, if I did, I would have to take responsibilities of my own. Everything would change. It'd just be a big responsibility, taking care of a child, and I'm a child.
Won't let nobody know, just get abortion.
Is that easy?
I mean, it won't be easy, but it'll be the right thing to do for me right now, because I'm just 15 and I still got a lot of I want to do right now. And that'll take up too much of my time.
Why?
That's sad. I mean, too young. And then you don't realize it till you actually have it. And that's what really just makes it sad. You can't even really do nothing about it no more.
She's 13.
Is she pregnant now? How does she feel?
She feels scared. She feels like she can't do it. She feels like she should have never done anything in the first place.
And how old is the one that doesn't care?
She's 14.
Yeah, and some of the guys just like, they care, but they really care about the girl. They just don't show it. Because they're around their friends and all. You know, the girl might just come over there and come ask them for something and all, like, you know, like they just want to act all hard and stuff. So like, so you know, just like they don't want to show their love for that girl or anything.
You think they're afraid to?
Yeah, they just afraid to show it out and all. So they, instead of telling them they love the girl, they disrespect her and all, and all of that stuff. So
As far as the sexual part goes, it just go along with it. Like, it used to be like, you can't do this certain type of stuff around this type of crowd or this area or in public or stuff, and now it's teenagers kissing and hugging and people getting caught doing sexual things in the closets and stuff, and it's like there's no romance because isn't nobody like actually coming up and just saying like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get to know each other, we're not gonna do all the other stuff that other people do. We're gonna get to know each other, I'll take you here, we're gonna do this and do that, then we're gonna see where it goes.
But I mean, you can tell how somebody fake is when they'll be telling you this. If they tell you something about somebody else, and then the next day they're over there talk to them, trying to be out in their face like, oh no, that's fake. That's just pure fake, downright fake. I ain't pointing. No, I'm just playing. Nah, but real friends, like, you about to get gang. Then they saying they gonna help you. If you somebody jump in, I'ma jump in. Your real friend gonna be there. They gonna say something before you get to say something. But a fake friend gonna just stand there like they don't know what's going on, or I didn't see her come up to you, I was right there, when you know they was right behind you.
Go on your journey. I think you should set a goal that you can accomplish. And I think you should put your head on right, because if you don't, then it's gonna mess you up. Don't let nobody get in your way. You should just strive for the best.
My dream career is to be a fashion designer.
I want to be an inventor.
Success is if you put your mind to it, you can succeed. Even though you have bumpy roads in life, you're still gonna succeed.
It's like a drama, like a conflict in the hood or something. But we can make this area like an unsafe environment that make it look like an unsafe environment. Like a drama.
A drama?
He gets in trouble,
Conflict in the hood?
She tries to save him.
What?
You don't get it? I mean, she's in love and then she tries to save him at the same time. But then,
What is it, Romeo and Juliet?
It can either be Vontae or anybody, any other guy, like his homeboy, like Walter or something, be his homeboy. He just bring him back to the gangs in the hood and whatever.
He's in love with a girl who's not in a gang.
She's not in the gang. She's not associated.
And she's trying to get him to come out of the gang.
Yeah, right.
She gonna be the mean girl. She could be the quiet girl.
Y'all think she gonna be crazy? She could be a mean girl, and she could be a teacher. She could be a mean.
I want to be a teacher.
I'm being the quiet girl, and nobody's like just because I'm smart.
Hey, she talking about y'all.
Hey!
But you're talking about sort of just like a day in the life kind of idea, where it's just about the day in the life of a girl, a teenage girl, in school, specifically in school.
And being bullied.
Being bullied and all the things that she goes through, right?
Okay, my favorite part will have to be the improv, because it's like, I don't know what it is, but when people kind of put me on the spot, like right at that moment, it's when most of my creativity skills come out. And I don't know why that is. It's kind of weird, but I like it. Like, I really like improv.
I don't think I do belong here. Maybe if I wasn't here, no one would ever know. I already feel like I don't exist, so, why be here?
What do you mean by that?
Like,
Are you trying to kill yourself?
I'm not trying to kill myself. I just have those thoughts and those feelings sometimes, but I don't know.
So what's up?
I'm chilling.
So how you been?
Good, You?
Nah, so it could be better.
What's up?
So you heard the news about Bianca? How you feel about it?
What you mean?
She pregnant.
She pregnant? By who?
I don't know, it's one dude over here and another dude. She really don't know who she pregnant by.
Dang, for real?
Yeah. She didn't tell you?
Nah, she didn't tell me nothing.
Oh, my bad.
I know that I be acting difficult sometimes, and I don't know. Teenagers be going through a whole bunch of crap, and you just don't know how to deal with it. I don't know. What I'm trying to say is, you're my mom, and I love you, and I'm sorry, and I'm gonna try to respect you more.
Okay.
Yeah. If you don't respect me, I'm gonna whoop you. Just know that.
Make excuses all the time. Look at me. I'm in a wheelchair. I can't make excuses. Only thing I can't do is move my legs.
Hey, why don't you get up and tell me?
I can't.
See, you can't touch me, can you? Why don't you move them wheels of yours? Oh. But hey,
Hey, joking. I like that. Take that serious, man. I don't like people messing around me.
But that's okay, because people, they need to get that out. There's a nervous energy.
Everybody's not a pro. Like
You had to work with people's nervous energy. And if you're going to want to be an actor, you need to learn to work with other people, how they
I
work.
do, bro. They joke around too. I'm gonna take it serious when you.
Well, you're going to experience that in your acting world.
I told you not to go out there and do nothing stupid. Now you done got yourself a baby.
I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry.
Now what are you gonna do now? You can't go out to clubs. You can't hang out with your friends. You can't do what you want to do no more.
And why not?
Because that thing on the inside of you is a human being. You have to take care of it as long as it's on the inside of you, and for the next 18 years that it's on the outside of you.
I think that this is an incredibly talented bunch of kids, and part of what goes along with talent sometimes are strong attitudes and strong opinions and strong emotion. And the same thing that makes it sometimes a struggle in a process is, ironically enough, the same thing that makes the project cool.
How you gonna go back and lie and say that? Okay, if the girl if a boy and a girl got a problem with her, then I need to go and tell her. But if you said it was me, I ain't got no problem with you.
Yeah, sorry.
I ain't got no problem with you. Me and him just say it wasn't her. It wasn't you.
Shut up. Don't say nothing.
You hear me say outside?
Shut your mouth. I had to tell this girl this in my school. If you don't want your name in nothing, don't put yourself in that predicament. Don't come back and say no.
I ain't no problem with you neither, but she should not have went back and said that. That's true.
But she did anyway.
Shut up! I'm tired of this. I'm tired of people. I don't want to hear no more.
Okay, I want y'all to listen to me. Or now. These people have taken the time out of their schedule to come and work with you all and provide you with a very unique opportunity. There's no way that there should be all this yakety, all of this it shouldn't be happening.
It was really telling to watch these students watch themselves in that ridiculous argument. And they got up on stage and you could see that they were embarrassed by that moment. They were so certain of themselves when they were in it. But when they were in a theater looking at it with all of their friends and family looking at it, I think they felt a little bit embarrassed and a little bit ashamed, and I think it was good for them. I really think that was actually probably the most educational thing they got out of it, was seeing when they were at their best, but also seeing when they were at their worst.
I love you, but I just can't say. I can't just quit and join some stepping competition. It's not how things work on the streets.
You gotta do something. Promise you will.
I'll try.
Does anybody want to see anything different?
No.
What would you like to see different?
Don't read exactly from the paper.
I did.
But it sounds like that's what you don't.
I think we should do it over too. Baby, you okay?
Why?
Look upset.
Yeah, let's stop.
I can't just quit my boys and join some stepping competition. That's not the only things work for us.
You gotta do something. Promise you'll do something.
I'll try, okay.
You know, when he be like, yo, Kenny, he should be like, yo, Kenny, what up?
Yeah, what up, bruh? What up? You gotta make it seem real.
Everything will be incorporated in this scene, because everybody came up with some great dialogue. You know, there's wonderful dialogue in each and every one of these scenes.
When you see the kids in the scripts every year, it's really heavy subjects, but it's honest, and then they perform it really honestly because this is their story, a lot of them, or at least a good friend that they know.
It's hard to write a story. We need everybody to really focus and want to do it. And it's gonna, I can't even explain to you how great this is gonna feel when it's over. How wonderful you're gonna see, how it's to see your story and yourself on a huge screen at Regal Cinema. I can't even begin to tell you how proud you're gonna be of yourself. But it's gonna be hard, sometimes boring, a lot of times tedious work. And you gotta be up for it. Is everybody up for it? All right, then let's go to work.
All right, here we go.
Camera B has speed.
30, 6, 7, take 2.
Action.
All right, cameras are ready. I'm here to help them achieve their vision, and so, that's why I said this morning, I told them all that we're all in this together. It's not me telling you guys what to do, it's you guys, telling me what you want and having me help you achieve what you really want.
Ready to do my thing, I'm anxious.
Hey, what's your name? Jeremy. Craig, nice to meet you. How's it going?
That's Robert.
Hey, Robert. Take your time, get your gear on. My name's Craig Brewer.
Okay, and what are you doing here?
I'm directing this short, actually. I've got like 3 days to do it, and this is my cast, this is my crew.
Okay, and how'd you find out about this program?
Actually, Julie approached me on it. This is something all my films kind of got started at the Nashville Film Festival. So when I was there, I started getting real close with Brian and Julie, and they asked me to come in. Okay, let's see. It'd be really cool to see those. Okay, guys, hike back about that. Go back that way a little bit more. You see what I mean? Yeah, because you see the circle. We may have to get back a little bit further. Now you can see the bridge. Okay, do it one more time. Okay, you go find me an extreme angle, something that's like really close with something really good behind it, like with your feet. Okay, and you go find me another angle that looks just as good.
So what do you mean by
Because you got to frame, you got to figure out like how you want to do this picture. So you set the action up, right? And then you got to figure out all the different ways that you want to shoot it, because you got to be in the editing room and knowing that, okay, I want to start off wide. See how they're big like that? So imagine it like a movie. Okay, but then we're going to cut in on just their hands, really close, So you want to go around all the time and try to find like what's a good angle to shoot this scene from. Bring it. Put it away.
I didn't get cut or anything. All I heard was, what y'all doing down there? I'm just like, all right.
Hey, we get a cue to walk back up.
Yeah.
And next time, don't stay down. Shut up.
What do you do?
I am the director for the short film.
All right, what inspired you to become a director?
Growing up, I just loved movies, and I think just the more movies I watched, the more I wanted to be a part of it. And I never really knew you could do that, to make a living. So.
All right, what do you love most about your career?
I think how different and creative practice, because you could be doing 1,000 different things, you know, from any given day to the next.
They were asked to do things they had no idea of what it was, and they were able to do it because that quality, that ability to adapt is what's going to keep them surviving.
It's really just about make-believe and having fun. So being around the kids, they're just having fun. They're not worried about what anybody thinks. Like they're just fearless. Like they get out there and act and are just enjoying it.
In the scene where the girl's being teased about being in a wheelchair, I think my favorite moment was this kind of Romeo and Juliet thing that I started to see between the guy that saves her or turns
Carlos.
from his boys. Yeah, Carlos comes and rolls her down the hallway, and all of a sudden I said, oh, I want to shoot this like more of a little love story. So we did the little two-shot where he's holding her this way and just have visual moments that support what I saw, that Romeo and Juliet feeling.
It's been really a great experience working with her. And I'm going to take this with my life forever. Like, I'll tell everybody about this because it's a great feeling to have, and not a lot of kids live to see this day. And I have, and I can tell everybody about it. It's great.
And how good Alexis was on camera, and how thoroughly committed and consistent she was. I think she just raised the whole level. Like, when one person does that, you can't be the one that messes up. You can't be the one that's just slacking through. And the boys and everybody just rose to her level, which was great to see.
Seeing them bring it to life, seeing them become those characters again, watching Jasmine work with them to get them thinking of character and in context of what we've worked so hard to achieve as story, to understand how to bring that to life and embody those things, both character and thematically.
Okay, so you're gonna have to, your hands catch your fall. As you're going like this, you put your hands down. Remember, your legs don't work. Your instinct is gonna be to go like this, right? But you gotta remember, your legs don't work. So as you fall, you have to grab with your hands and end up on the behind on your left hip, okay? And then you will do your line this way to that. Y'all learn your lines better when you're in the character. So pretend you're somebody that you know. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's what helps me. And then when I walk like that person, my line just comes out naturally, as opposed to thinking, what am I gonna say, what am I gonna say, right? Because the acting is in your whole body and your voice and everything. And I got that. Oh, you think you all that? Okay, well, why don't you show me? Okay?
I'm really happy with what the kids are doing, what they're bringing. They've been bringing it.
Every year it's interesting because a different batch is a different script, and the script and the shooting style kind of fits the kids. And so this year they're really well prepared. They're really on it. But what's really interesting is they really want to learn the different positions. Yeah, I think I'm going to hire them for my next short.
It's really good to get to work with the kids and everything, and know that they're having a good time doing this and actually getting to learn some cool stuff about it.
You see that there are a lot of natural talent out there. Like, a lot of these kids might have never been in front of the camera, but boy, once they get in front of the camera, it's just so natural. They just roll with it, and that's very inspiring.
The most interesting thing for me is how they've just stepped up to the plate and people have fallen into their places.
I think this experience kind of brought out some of my creativity as well.
About to go on another journey.
Alright, so you guys get real, like, I didn't feel the excitement there. I wanted, like, this time when you say we're about to go on a journey, you guys, now, what I'm thinking is, you are really excited on the inside. Obviously, you're not going to get up and, like, just be, like, going nuts. But let me see that excitement. Alright, here we go. So say that line again. We're about to go on a journey.
We're about to go on another journey. Yeah!
I think the zombie apocalypse scene was definitely the most fun, and I think it will be the funnest in the whole movie.
Why is that?
Just complete mayhem. The kids had a blast. They came to life. They enjoyed the whole movie, but I think they really got into that.
The zombie apocalypse scene where everybody got a chance to just walk around like a zombie and do their thing. And
I think my favorite scene has been the scene where they're all out in the field, and it's like a zombie apocalypse kind of scene going on. And I mean, it was really a complicated scene, but it was everyone in it. They all had to hit these marks, and it was surprisingly complicated for you know, a student production. And it came out really really cool. You know, I mean, it was fun because they all got to play these kind of strange characters, and you know, we got to be outside, which is nice because, you know, I mean, a lot of times you're shooting a lot of stuff inside and you're kind of limited because of your location, but we could get out and kind of do some outdoor stuff. So, and some of them really took it over the top with their acting. You know, they really got into the zombie, into the world thing. So it was kind of fun to see them really getting into that role.
Scene 3, take 1, march.
Win this game today. Hey, I'm finna score like 30 points now.
Oh no! Where are my shoes? Somebody stole my shoes.
Calm down, man. I'm sure we'll find your cleats.
No, I can't even get near the field without those shoes. They're my lucky shoes. I won the state championship wearing those shoes.
You, where everybody can, you gotta do this where your boys don't see you and you are out of there before they notice. Okay, all right, thank you. And I cannot believe that y'all can make a fight with me. I do all the things I've asked you to do today. And the other favorite moment I had was when I was trying to get a fight scene at the end of this locker room scene. And all of a sudden these boys couldn't fight, you know, or they couldn't get their aggression to naturally go into a fight. And it was looking very staged. It was going from I'm standing here to, okay, now it's time to fight, and it wasn't working organically. And then I did it for them, and I tried to give them some kind of motivation of reality. And all of a sudden, the one person I did not tell to start the fight started the fight, and that was Demetrius. And that not only was it hilarious because it came out of nowhere, but just the heart of Demetrius was like my hero for the day.
When we were in the bathroom and then Demetrius was fighting Robert, that was hilarious. I love that scene.
What was the best part of the project for you?
The best project was when they was in the locker room. They blamed it. They accidentally blamed the wrong person for taking the shoes. And dude really came back with the shoes, but what's the point of them getting mad, but he brought them back?
Well, if somebody's stealing, we gotta find out who that is.
Why are you accusing your teammates looking at us for?
Yes.
We ain't do nothing.
Hey, get him! Stop! Calm it down, y'all teammates. I'm not supposed to fight.
Let's look for it then, huh? It's probably around here somewhere.
Cat.
I felt that my job was to be as professional and as, to some extent, hard on them as any film shoot would be.
The way directing works is that what we do is, like, let's say I got like Tyrese and Terrence Howard doing a scene, right? So let's say that I got them doing a scene, right? If they kind of like go through it all boring, then I'm not going to know how to shoot it, because those two guys will come up with stuff all the time. Like they may, like, you know, Tyrese may say something, he may just kind of push Terrence like that, and Terrence may go back. Well, that will change the scene. Like if that energy, if they start bringing ideas, then it gives me ideas. So the fellas just totally upstaged you, because I told them to like do a rehearsal, and they were like doing all this energy. Now, I've seen girls chat all the time, and I know you guys have a lot more energy when you're getting all excited, you know, talking about especially a guy, okay?
All right. Not the color so much. It's the intensity. What it's doing is right now, we're letting too much light into the camera. So the iris wheel right here iris.
And if you want, I can put this.
It opens or closes depending on how much light you want to let through. So
Yeah, it's like
go to the iris wheel and we'll start spinning that wheel.
The best way when you're doing this is to have both hands towards the bottom. And if you can, have a little bit extended out, kind of as a counterweight, and just hold it high above and kind of lock your arms. And that way, if you lock your arms, you don't get tired as fast, because if you hold it down like this, then you're straining your muscles. So hold it straight up and just do the best you can. You'll figure it out really quick.
I'm trying to throw the kids on as much as possible, let them kind of listen, and I'm asking them if it's good. They're like, I don't know. I'm like, no, you got to tell me, is it good or not? So I'm kind of letting them be a judgment call on that.
My favorite part was holding up the microphone and just listening to the sound voice of it.
Money's getting tight, I'll ask the boss for some more time. And when we argue, fuss or fight, I stop and let you speak your mind. Is it more than you bargained for?
At some point in time, kids have to see that there are so many other options of things to do, what they can do in film. I want kids to know, hey, you can come from anywhere and manage to do this. You just got to have a passion for it. I think the kids are grasping a lot of things that they just didn't realize you could do.
I improve on helping. I help in a lot because last year I was
You're just watching it.
Like I did like the little
Slate?
slate and I help with the cameras, but now this year I'm doing props and helping out with the room and just helping everybody out.
What's the most fun part of the day so far?
The most fun part of the day is that we get to make film, and this is my first experience, so I'm having a lot of fun.
We look through here, and this is kind of like, it makes it wider or tighter, and so for this scene right here, we want to see what they're looking like through here. So I want them to look through here. So right now we're going to be just doing a wide shot, so we see everybody.
You want to give him some slack when he needs to go, and then you need to pull it back when it comes back. Perfect.
Switch modes from dealing with this now to like how you're going to deal with the boys, Yeah.
Come in, and you see that hitting them? Yeah. You see it where it's hitting? So like right there, no, look, right there, you see it's hitting both. You need to stay right there and not move. See what I mean? Here.
You nasty.
There you go. Good, right there, and just don't move. Great job.
Don't look at me, Margaret, okay?
As much as they're like rowdy and rambunctious, they listen. And when it came time to perform, they stepped up. And the fact that they wrote this script and they acted in it, in a very mature way, it says a lot about them, and a lot about their potential.
What's really cool is that you start off doing a project like this, and no one really knows the rhythm of a set. But halfway through the day, it's like everybody was standing on their marks, and it's like they were all pros. I would say back to one, they knew what I meant. Like I was throwing terminology at them, and they knew what I was talking about. So it just usually takes a day for people to find the rhythm, and then they were just, they're pros. I hope they just look back at this time, and they have their own short that they can look back at when they're grandparents, and just go, look, I made a movie.
It's good to have people demand your best, and that's what I think the program was successful with.
This is exposing them to something you never know what's going to come out of this whole filmmaking session. To see how it all comes together, how you have to be prepared, the scripts, how you have to act, and find out that they're natural. Some of them are natural. Who's real is, to me, that's a great topic because it's something they deal with every day. Meaning that who can you really trust?
One of the things I was hoping that the students would take away from the project was a strong sense of possibility in terms of what could be out there for them.
I enjoyed the fact that they were taught that there were other roles, other jobs involved in this, and that they could actually do that as a career versus just having to be an actor.
Who wants to be an actor? Not everybody, huh? They do. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8? So don't be shy. You want to act. Here's your chance. And everybody, you know, wants to write, right? Because everybody wants to be involved in the writing process of the movie. And who wants to be a director? One, 2 people?
Two.
Very
We
cool.
got 2, 3.
They absolutely love taking part. My favorite quote is one of the students after probably the second day came up to me and he said, "I was made for this. This is why I was born."
This is going to be a day where all your friends and all your family gets to go into a nice air-conditioned dark theater, and there's all this energy in the room, and then when your name comes up on the screen, all of your friends and family are going to cheer, and then they're going to see your face, and everybody's going to cheer and get all excited, and you're going to see yourself on a movie screen, in a movie premiere. And that day is going to be really great. That's going to be an exciting day. Well, that's not today. When we start filming, there's a special energy that you have to respect that happens, because let me try to explain to you what we're going to be doing. We're committing you all to eternity on tape or on film. That means when y'all are 50 years old, you can look at this time, and it will never change. Whatever you give today is what you will have given for eternity. So it's not that we're riding you guys and telling you guys to be quiet. It's just that energy that spills out, it affects your performance. We want you guys focused. This is just the 2 days that we need you to be focused.
Okay, rolling. Go ahead and give me the slate information then. You want to do that?
All right, mark it.
Stepping in the hood, say 3, take 1.
I just love to do music.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That works.
They've all taken a real interest in it, which is great. I mean, it's great to see kids getting interested in something that's, you know, that they don't know anything about, but they're going for it.
Well, I really never had the opportunity to do this before. So when Mr. Billy came up to us and was like, "Would you like to try out?" It was kind of like, it's a new experience to try, so you never know what you're gonna see unless you actually do it. So I also want to go into music in college, so I thought this would help me get a jump start on it. It's really difficult to make a piece for a certain scene because you don't know if you should add music or not add music or just leave it completely silent, because depending on the mood that you want to make for the scene. Well, I kind of on certain scenes, I kind of play my violin, so on the movie you'll hear my violin live, and then other times we just played on the keyboard and just came up with beats and stuff to help kind of move the movie along. The stick scene, because it was kind of the most intense part of the movie, because without that scene, there wouldn't really be a meaning for the movie. So I had the honor doing that scene, so kind of making it kind of obvious and kind of scary, so yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
It kind of inspired me more to have more, there's a lot more strings and everything involved. The music's going to be a lot better than last time. Last time, I wrote the theme to it, yeah. And mostly, I'm the main keyboard worker. If somebody has an idea, I mostly work the synthesizer. I love the ending. When they're all dancing at the end with the credits, because I did all the tracks for that part, and it's just a really nice groove to it. And there's a scene where they're kind of imagining they're flying to Africa, and while they're on the plane, I just did this part, and I had a really nice groove for that.
Our goal at the end was for each team to be able to feel like if they could go through a process like this, not that they wanted to be a filmmaker, but if they could do this, then what else in their life could they do?
Because it's fun doing it, but it's going to make everybody look a whole different light on themselves. Like, I could actually be an actor. I could actually be an actress. They're going to look at themselves a whole different way when they see what we did.
I think for me it was really watching those, I guess the quiet actors finally burst out on the scene, like Kiara shedding a tear in the scene in the classroom, which was just amazing. And you know they had it in them. And Miera, you know, getting her part out, Monquisha, just the key words that we did in writing the script becoming such powerful words in the movie.
If y'all don't quit being so rude, I'm gonna give you all in-school suspension.
That it was a great experience and that I would not take it back and that I would carry that for the rest of my life, because now, like, it has opened up a world of opportunities for me, and now I can, like, honestly say that I participated in the Nashville Film Festival. It just kind of makes me feel complete and stuff.
Are there any specific skills that you learned in this project that you can use in your life?
Yes, to be patient, because we had to retake a lot of, you know, shots, and, you know, just to have fun and do whatever you're doing to the best of your ability, I guess. Public speaking. I like being in front of the camera and being in front of audiences now. I love it.
I've learned that I can help other people and that I can basically show them the right way to live, show them what not to do and what to do, and just keep them on the right track and guide them to a successful life.
The journey to something good is not always easy. It doesn't come easy. But if you put the work in and you know, have your team of support around you, you know, there's success. You know, so I think they walked away feeling accomplished and empowered, which is very important for young people today.
I told you I wasn't babysitting for you.
I told you not to go out there and do nothing stupid. Now take care of your own baby.
But I gotta go back to school.
No, take your baby with you.
Oh my God. It's a baby. I don't know what to do. Oh my God, what's going on? Hey, I got these fresh CDs, DVDs, even if you want. Hey, you want one? Hey, I'm gonna be watching no baby. Hey, Habiba.
Hey, Habiba.
Okay. Hey, maybe we should get out here and let her rest.
Oh man, y'all, we missed the bus. How we gonna get home now? How we gonna get home now? We can fly.
Because things like this can inspire you to be that next producer, that next director, or the next writer, or a screenplay writer, or whatever. But I just think that when we put kids in a position to succeed, like we did with this, they can't help but be successful.
And we could not have done this 10 years in a row without the support of the Tennessee Arts Commission, Nissan, the Memorial Foundation, and also Southwest Airlines. Southwest has been incredible helping us fly in some of the big names that have helped direct these projects over the years.
One of the most compelling, exciting moments that I was unprepared for was the screening at the film festival.
In 2004, we didn't show anything like this at the festival, and it was a big difference in 2005 when we started showing these on Saturdays with other family-oriented programming, and actually adding this experience of all these young kids coming, and the buzz, the excitement as they're talking really fast, and they're feeling like they're a celebrity walking the red carpet at the festival. It's a really cool experience, and I'm so glad we added this program.
What was that like for you to come to the film festival and walk down the carpet?
It was good seeing myself on that big screen, you know. And so.
It felt really good because I saw myself, like, it's kind of weird for me to see myself, but at the same time, it's a proud moment. I was like, oh, I did that.
They were happy to see me in the movie, especially my dad. He's never seen me in anything like that, you know, so he was really happy to see that.
Really, what did he say to you?
That's my boy right there, that's my boy. That's all he said over and over, that's my boy.
He was like, I saw you. Like, my sisters are being slow. They was like, I saw you on the screen, blah, 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 blah. And then my mom was like, oh, I'm proud of you.
There's not a better way to spend your weekend than making a movie.